Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Crystal and this is my social thread. So today I have an unboxing for you. It's quite early actually, it's only the 16th of March and I've got my Little Miss So-and-so So Luxurious subscription box that has arrived already, and it normally arrives at the end of the month, so I'm super excited. The only downside to that is I have to wait a good 15-16 days to get my email for next month's box, but it doesn't matter. Sorry, my hair's wet. I've just come back from swimming with the children. I've got a big wet patch here from baby's milk, as in bottle milk that fell on me. Not baby, she's actually a toddler, she's almost 2. So I'm not looking the best, but I was just so excited to get this box opened, and I do like to open it with you guys live. So here we go. I have actually managed to find out how to do the, you know, when you record the scrolling down of a screenshot, if that makes sense. So I know Adele, So for Serenity, and So Mad, they are two both brand ambassadors as well for Little Miss So-and-so, and their unboxings, they show you exactly the process of how you know, you get the email and you get the pattern choices and the fabric choices. And I thought that was really cool, and I never thought I could do it because I use my phone to record on, and I know Adele, for example, she has a vlogging camera and then she has her phone next to her, and I thought that would probably be the only way to do that, but it turns out not. So I have pre-recorded that, and I'm going to attach it later on at some point so you can see how I have chosen my fabric. I might cut here actually. I don't actually know how I'm going to insert that. I'll insert it at the end, maybe that might make sense. And then the box has arrived today. I have just opened it because I did place an order with Little Miss So-and-so for other things, and I thought I don't want to set up for the vlog and then open it and it's something else, not the subscription, but it is a subscription. So let me open it for you. Ta-da! So luxurious, £65 a month, including postage and packaging, and with that you get 3.5 meters of luxury fabric from either Atelier Brunette, Arts Gallery, Lady McElroy, Dashwood Studios, those kind of designers, and your fabric, you're looking at on average a price of £15 minimum per meter, up to £22 per meter. So on fabric alone you're getting a lot of value for your money. You also get your notions for the pattern that you need to make, thread, button, zips, that sort of thing. You get a lovely haberdashery gift, and you get the printed pattern or the PDF A0. So you get the paper pattern or the PDF, the A0 printout for your pattern. Ooh, I've just noticed something nice. So last month I went for the knit fabric, the knit pattern, and I should show you the video now, but I don't really know how that's going to work in terms of editing, but I will put it on at the end. So the pattern I went for was the Tilly and the Buttons pearl cardigan. So I get the lovely full paper pattern here, which is great. And this is how much is this pattern? £17.50 I think for a paper pattern, plus my 3.5 meters of fabric. It's way above £65, which is great. So this is the Tilly and the Buttons pearl, very popular. It's a wrap cardigan. It's cropped with a tie at the waist. You can have sort of kind of bishopy sleeves or straight sleeves, and it's got a cuff at the bottom of the wrist and a cuff at the waist as well. This goes from a size UK 6 to a UK 34. UK 6 is a bust of 30 inches, waist of 24, all the way up to a bust of 60 inches, waist of 53, and it requires 2 meters. 2 meters to 2.3 meters, depending on your size. I would probably go for, I would only need 1.8 meters for my particular size. So that's 2 meters, which means I'll still have 1.5 meters and maybe a bit of some tails to make something else with, which is great. I have actually made this pattern before, but the other option for the knit the woven pattern, I wasn't too keen on. I will show you on later on, and I'll tell you why later on when I pop up the other video. So that's that. You get the interfacing, you get matching thread, Gutterman's 100 meters matching thread. And then this month's gift is a hemline gold bobbin box, which looks quite fancy actually. hemline gold bobbin box, very useful. And you just put all your bobbins in there. Thank you very much. I mean, that's probably £4 or £5, I'm not sure. And then the fabric I went for this month was an art gallery organic cotton jersey, and I haven't yet got this one. How lovely is that? So it's not white, it's like a creamy beige colorway. Lovely florals there. The quality is lovely, so lovely and stretchy both ways. So it's Okiotex art gallery fabrics, says it there. So that's really, really nice. So I can get away with doing a cardigan, and then even like I know, you know, I'm going to say the Tilly and the Buttons Tabitha t-shirt dress with that, and I think that looked really, really lovely. So I'm very excited about that. And so yeah, like I said, I get 3.5 meters of that, which is great. And I'm very excited to make that up. Actually, I have already made the pearl cardigan. I've made it once before. It was a collaboration with Claire from Stitch Hem Sew, and I made it in a plain sort of vintage green French terry. So this is nice that I've got something floral, so I can always wear dress wise, sort of pinks and reddies, sort of a plain dress, or just under a vest top with like a skirt or a pair of jeans or something. So that's really, really nice. Very happy to have received that. So that's going straight in the wash for me to make up. And as usual, I always post or reveal my garment from last month's box, and last month's box was the Hinterland dress. Oh no, do I not have it? Bear with me. There's a baby in my room. Why are you in my room, baby? Babies. Oh, yeah, sorry, I've got it. So last month's pattern was the Hinterland dress by Sew Liberated, and I didn't get the pattern last time. They did the A0 printout and the printed instructions. So it's this one here, Sew Liberated. So basically, it's a button front dress. Variations are sleeves, so you can make it sleeveless, short sleeve, or 3/4 sleeves. You can omit the button placket altogether, or you can have the button placket just on the bodice, or all the way through the bodice and the skirt. Again, skirt, you can change the length of that as you please. It has a tie at the back as well, which is great. So I had already planned to make this before I saw it as an option for the So Luxurious kit. So I was very happy that I was very happy that this came in the box. So Hinterland dress, So Liberated, size wise it goes from a size 0 to 24. Bear with me. Right, so what I love about this this fabric company, this pattern company, is that they do the measurements in both centimeters and inches, which is great. So it goes from a size 0 to a size 34. Size 0 is a bust of 31, waist of 25, and size 34 is a bust of 58.5 inches and a waist of 52.5 inches. I went for the size, I don't know which size I went for now. Bear with me, where's my little booklet? I went for the size, so I made this on the basis that I am going to wear it as a post-pregnancy dress because of the button placket. It's great for breastfeeding, but I just tried it on just for the sake of it, and it actually fit me still, which is great. So I went for the size 12. I went for the size 12, which is a bust of 37.5 and a waist of 33 inches. So my bust at the moment is like 42. And my waist is, I don't have a waist. So I didn't think it was going to fit me, but I did just try it on anyway. And because of the nature of the dress, it is quite a loose fitting dress. You can't really tell that it is quite loose fitting. And then the tie just pulls it back in, which is really, really great. I really enjoyed making the dress. It was very simple. It's bias bound neck, which is great, as opposed to a facing. The button placket is separate, so you just do your pieces first, and then you get 2 strips, 1 strip for one side of the button placket and 1 strip for the other side of the button placket, which is great. An easy way of doing things, similar actually to the Tilly and the Buttons Lyra. It's like a 2 strips for the button placket, whilst for example the Darling Rangers dress by Megan Nielsen, that is a button front dress, but the button placket is attached to the bodice, so it's got a funny kind of pattern piece, which I'm not that keen on because it's harder to hack, I think, in my opinion. But there you go. What else did I want to say? I love the dress so much, and as I say, I was planning to make it anyway before I found it in the kit. So I have made 3. 1, 2, yep, I have made 3. And the only things that I changed was the ties, the waist ties. I just narrowed it down. I narrowed it by half because I quite like skinny ties as opposed to thick ties. And the sleeve cuff, there is a little cuff on the sleeve, but I found that it was quite narrow. I think it was only like ½ an inch, and I think if I was to do it again without any hacks, I would double the size of the cuff and not sew it all the way around, just sew one point at one end and one point at the other end, so you can actually see that there's a cuff on there, almost like a fold up, like a faux fold up cuff. And then also the sleeves, I mean, I am a lot wider now because I'm 32 weeks pregnant, and my arm, I mean, everything is bigger. My arms are a bit bigger, and I found where I've worn it, it still fits well, but I just find it's a tiny bit restrictive. And I think, I mean, obviously once the baby's out, you know, I'll probably, you know, my arms, everything gets a bit smaller. But if that is an issue with some people, I normally just make the seam allowance smaller on the sleeve by itself, leaving everything else the same, and that seems to work for me. Yep, and that's it. Let me show you my version. So I chose the Lady McElroy Cotton Lawn in this print here, as I show, and it also comes in a light, like a beige print, beige background. In hindsight, I wish I'd chosen the beige background now. I mean, this isn't too bad. This is still quite summery, but I thought if it had a beige background, it'd be super spring, summer. And yeah, but there you go. So you can see there's a neck, not, what is this called, a bias bound neck, and then you've got the narrow, not the narrow sleeves, sort of the 3/4 length sleeves. I'll show you the cuff. I don't know if you see there, you see the cuff there. So I think, especially with the print, you can't really see it. So if you're going to make the effort of putting a cuff on, I wanted it to be a bit thicker, so double the width, and then maybe instead of sewing it all the way around, which the instructions tells you, so double the width, and then I'll just do a little tack sew there, whatever that's called, and then a bit of tacking here, so this kind of bit here is loose, so it looks like it's been folded up. Another idea would also to just add a little button tab on the end here with a button, and I think that would look quite nice as well. The button placket is at the front there, and these are the buttons. Did it have pockets? Yes, it did have pockets, but the pattern piece for the pockets was a bit smaller than what I'm used to, and I love the Tilly and the Buttons Lyra pockets, so I just copied that pattern piece for this pattern. And then you've got your waist ties at the back. Let me show you photos of me wearing it. Close the door, Ava, close the door. And I do really like it. So because I had that issue with the sleeves, I thought I am going to have the next 2 versions I made, I hacked it just by changing the sleeves. Ava, can you close the door please, or be quiet, Mama's doing a vlog, okay? Good girl. So the next 2 versions I made, I added the sleeves of the Anna Allen Anthea blouse, which I really love. It's a lovely puffy sleeve, and I'll show you the version here. There's 2 versions actually on here. So this is a lovely cotton linen blend that I got from So Much More, I believe. Shh. Okay, shh. Okay, shh. And it's like a blue with a floral print, so exactly the same as the other dress except for the sleeves. So you've got your what's this called, bias bound lining, you've got your bias bound neck facing or neck finishing, button placket here, but instead I've added the beautiful Anna Allen sleeves, Anna Allen Anthea blouse sleeves, and you can see all this lovely gathering that's just not at the sleeve head, it's all the way down the whole of the sleeve, which is great, and a lovely little cuff at the bottom here with a sort of a gather there. Everything else is exactly the same, and I'll pop up a photo of myself wearing that. And then I also made another one. This is in a lovely double gauze fabric from Sew Me Sunshine in the ochre colorway. It's very popular. And it's what would you call it, like a check. So you've got big check on one side, small check on the other side. Ava, shh, 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 shh. Again, exactly the same, apart from the Anna Allen sleeves, Anna Allen Anthea blouse sleeves, which I have added on. And funnily enough, because this bodice here is cut on the bias, the when you cut something on the bias, it's kind of, it kind of stretches a bit, it kind of moves. And at first I thought I'd cut one shorter than the other, and I was literally going to cut the longer piece off, and then as I was moving the pattern piece on top of the fabric, I realized it was just the fabric that had moved. So somehow, well, luckily only the bodice has moved, because only the bodice has been cut on the bias, and I have actually added a good inch to the bodice just by cutting it on the bias, which isn't a problem. I just added another button. Sorry, the buttons are all under there. And I'll pop up some photos of myself wearing this. I do also post my photographs on Instagram. I won't be posting that yellow one on Instagram, because that is part of one of my entries to the hashtag So Yellow for Endo challenge. So I'll post all the other photos instead. And that's my Hinterland dress. I really, really like it. I will probably make more, because it's quite an easy sew. You know, once you've done a pattern and you've got all the pattern pieces out already, it's just easier to just do another one. So I probably will have more planned for the future, but in the meantime, that is all from me. So I will pop up a link for the So Luxurious kits at the bottom, and I will also add the video now of me choosing my fabric. So I have to be silent here. I'm not sure yet how I would. Anyway, I'm going to be silent apart from the baby talking. Baby, stop talking, please. To their website for your So Luxurious fabric and pattern choice, and all you do is you scroll down, you go to the filter, and I normally click on the first one first, So Luxurious pattern stretch, and it will show you the stretch pattern or the knit pattern. This month is the Tilly and the Buttons Pearl, which is the one that I went for. And then you go to the filter again, and then you go to So Luxurious fabric stretch. So then you get all the options for your So Luxurious knit fabric. And I'll scroll down through here. Now I have just done this today, so going forward, because I now know how to do it, I will do it at the beginning of the month, because I see here that the fabric I've chosen is no longer available, so it's probably sold out or out of stock. And there was a lot more fabric choices when I went on, so again, it's been a month later, so I will try and do it at the beginning of the month to get the full choices. So as you can see, Cozy Colours sweatshirting jersey. It's on sale at the moment, but it was normally £9 for half a metre, which is £18 a metre. And again, with So Luxurious, you get 3.5 metres, which is great. So already great value for money if the box is £65. So you get all these different colourways here. Got some lovely French terry, Lady McElroy, Ponte-Roma, Lady McElroy, Ponte-Romas again, plains. Sweatshirts, you've got some Cloud 9 fabric up there. Lady McElroy, Lady McElroy. So these are all the choices you have. A viscose crepe jersey. I like this viscose crepe jersey here, although I like the print, although I have bought viscose crepe jersey before from Lady McElroy, and I really don't fancy the texture on my skin. And then that's the end of the choices there, although what I have chosen is an art gallery fabric, which is no longer on there. But just to show you, this is what I do every month, and that's why I get so excited every month. And then you go to the So Luxurious pattern woven to see what the woven pattern is that's on offer. And it is the In the Folds Ready dress. And if I go into that, it's a lovely, I mean, you can tell it's, you know, very simple dress, but it's in linen, and that'll be perfect for the summer. And it's got some side slits, a big waist tie. And you can wear it loose as well, which is great. I would have gone for that, except that I will be nursing a baby, and I need sort of nursing friendly clothes, so that will not work for me. So I'm just going to go back. And then if you go to the filter again, you go to So Luxurious fabric woven, so you get all the woven fabric choices. As you can see at the beginning here, we've got Art Gallery. Now they have, not Art Gallery, Lady McElroy, Cobra Corsage, which is very popular. They have this in a viscose or a cotton lawn, but this is the chambray, which is lovely. So all the different colorways of the chambray. You've got some Atelier Brunette viscose crepe, which I have had in a previous box. Lady McElroy cotton lawns, all cotton lawns. The Verdant Oasis, I had this leafy one over here. This is what I made for last month's box, but in the darker colorway. All these lovely fabrics here. Now we've got some plain linen chambray, that looks lovely. Atelier Brunette, Dashwood Studios, more Lady McElroy. Oh, this they have the Cobra Corsage as well, and the viscose chalet lawn on top of the chambray base as well, which is nice, different bases. Viscose Moroccan crepes, chalet lawn, Marley Care lawn, cotton lawns, all Lady McElroy. Moroccan crepe. I don't know what that feels like actually. That might have a texture as well. I'm not too keen on textures these days on my skin. Viscose chalets, all Lady McElroy's. Lovely to choose from. And as you know, £7.45, so that's £15, £15.50 or £15.90 per meter. Again, with 3.5 meters, you get more value. You get a lot of value from the box itself. And that's it.